The playoff field, as we know, is set. All 14 teams are seeded. The rest of the league is figuring out how to proceed with their future. And remarkably, as we're looking at the NFL playoff field right now, it's been a somewhat quiet coaching carousel so far. I mean, I think everybody thought that once the season was over, and then the fact that the Patriots were first up and won and dunning Gerard Mayo, that the floodgates would open.
Right.
And then we didn't hear about anyone else until Doug Peterson was let go via announcement and release and things of that nature. And Shad Khan did speak yesterday. And then one after another, you saw teams say, we're not moving. We're not doing anything. The Dolphins put out a release. They're not making a move with their front office or their coaching staff. They're not making a move with the Giants. They're not making a move with Indianapolis. Dolphins, Giants, Indianapolis. So we're kind of just waiting for the other shoe to drop, I guess, on whether Jerry Jones decides to keep Mike McCarthy and extend him or not.
Antonio Pierce, too, kind of waiting on that.
Waiting on that. Antonio Pierce had a press conference yesterday, and the one thing that everyone was talking about was his old school starter's jacket. Like, that's what came out of Antonio Pierce's press conference yesterday is, A, he's still got a gig, and B, he went old school with a starter's jacket.
Look this up.
Love it.
Oh, you didn't see this?
Nah. It's one of these old school Raiders.
Yeah, that's what everyone was talking about.
So sick. God, the Raiders are the best.
And so the question is, maybe the pieces have all landed. And maybe Bill Belichick was wise enough to read the room and see that his best opportunity to get a job was to say yes to the University of North Carolina. And he headed everything there off at the pass. And what that means is, Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel are the hot candidates. The offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, offense on tilt for years now, with Jared Goff being the quarterback. And Mike Vrabel, if you want somebody with experience, no matter how much heat Rex Ryan can place on himself, you want previous coaching experience, it's Mike Vrabel sitting out there. Who wants Mike Vrabel? I know you do over there, Chris.
Yeah, my hand is firmly raised.
Anyone?
Last year, when he remarkably didn't get a job, I would be particularly stunned if he doesn't get one this go-round. And the Jets have already spoken to him. And the way I mentioned yesterday, I think the Jets speaking to Vrabel and saying everything went really well caused the Patriots to say, we better move.
Yep.
Because we missed out on him last year due to our insisting our plan stay in place with Gerard Mayo. And then the question is, if you're a Chicago Bear fan, who do you want? Do you want the guy with experience who can be the CEO, who you know is a CEO and you know has got the experience and you know has won playoff games and you know has that red-ass quality that Chicago fans will appreciate? And you see him basically potentially giving tough love to Caleb Williams and getting the defense up to speed and finding the proper coordinators and being that CEO coach? Or do you hope that Ben Johnson is that guy and you attach him to the hip of Caleb Williams? A fascinating set of possibilities. Or this one came out yesterday, and I sent an email to you guys. You can get an offensive guy who's also a CEO, who I think would be a terrific fit. Who's the guy that I have been saying from this chair over and over and over again, that if I was running an NFL franchise, I would hand the guy a check and say, put the amount in it and you are my guy.
You've said it for years.
Yeah, years.
And did you
love.
see who because I believe he's with the Broncos organization right now in a capacity.
Senior personnel exec.
Yep.
David Shaw.
Yeah, you love David Shaw.
I love David Shaw.
I'm talking like 5 years now. You've been even longer than that. You've been saying.
Love David Shaw. Big time. The guy's got NFL experience with multiple staffs. Ravens being the one that just leaps out at you off the screen. A builder of programs. A terrific face to put out into the community. Handling the media. A steady hand, somebody who doesn't just go nuts, but has an intensity about him. God, I think he would be great for the Chicago Bears.
Leader of men.
Oh, my goodness, is he ever? Is he ever? And also, under the construct at Stanford, that ain't an easy one to have a construct there to win.
Yeah. You're kind of handcuffed when it comes to recruiting.
Well, I mean, one would also say the provost has an academic standard. You might use handcuffs.
You can't just take everybody.
When I saw that, I emailed the rest of the group, right? Mm-hmm. And I just put one word, bingo. That would be stupendous. And I know Bears fans would be like, really? Because I see what Ben Johnson's doing up in Detroit. He knows how to win in the division. Let's connect him to Caleb Williams.
I don't know.
Really?
I get lovey vibes with David Shaw. That would give me flashbacks if I'm a Bears fan.
Meaning what? He would take you to the Super Bowl? That he would actually beat the Green Bay Packers? He would actually beat the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
Oh, that guy?
When you haven't won for a while, you want to do a 180 of what you're accustomed to.
Which is what? Vrabel?
Someone who looks alive on the sideline.
David Shaw, I don't know how many Stanford games you watched, but I'll just, as you know how I feel about him. So obviously
Yeah.
Levy went 81-63 for the Bears.
I would be very happy if I was a Bears fan and David Shaw was named the head coach of the Chicago Bears. But I'm biased too, because I also sat next to him for almost a decade on draft night, on opening night of draft night when he was part of our crew. And I know his sensibilities. I know how he knows the league, too. He really does. So, catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.